Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here. This is episode 131 of the American Reveille podcast, and Elon Musk's SpaceX capsule with astronauts in tow, inside, flying through space, ordered to put on your suits, put down your visors, strap in, brace for shock. It's about to get Apollo 13 up in this bitch. Tom Hanks is nowhere to be found, and you don't have any bubblegum or paper clips. MacGyver, where are you when we need you? It didn't get that far. Nothing happened. They said it was space junk, but you know, folks, the world's real weird right now. I wouldn't be surprised if something out of the ordinary might have been happening. We're going to talk about some of that next on the American Reveille podcast. I think it's important that we step away from the politics a little bit once in a while. Now, I may make a joke or two. I talk about politics 99.9% of the time. So if I talk a little smack, all right, it might flow out. But this is improv. This is shoot from the hip. This is spontaneous. So you never know. You never know. What I'm more interested in is why. Why all of a sudden has all of this UFO activity sparked up? Why all of a sudden are there pictures showing up? Is the government coming out? Why are they coming out and saying, yeah, this stuff's real? I mean, for the first time in history, we're hearing that from our government, and nobody cares. It's not a big deal, apparently. Is there a reason for this? Well, I mean, there's got to be an explanation, and a big time report's going to be coming out in May or June from the government that's supposed to contain pictures that make the things we've seen so far look like child's play. There's supposedly up close, detailed, high definition pictures now of UFO craft. Is that in this article? No. This article is about space junk possibly killing astronauts, but it didn't. It didn't kill the astronauts. But what I want to highlight out of this is just how far space flight technology, even how space astronauts look in their spacesuits. I mean, it's amazing. It's like I blinked and we went 1,000 years into the future. And I want to highlight that. I want to show you that while we talk about all this stuff in the background. And I think that it's going to be a nice little step away from what we normally do. It'll give me a chance to practice and showcase some of my talents other than talking crap about political figures. And I think it'll be quite enjoyable. So I would appreciate it if you'd give us a try, give it a test run, see how this episode does for you if you're not one of our normal fans, and I will see you when we get through the intro. Ladies and gentlemen, James Lane here. This is episode 131 of the American Reveille podcast. Like I said in the intro, something a little different, a little outer spacey, a little Elon Musky. No, this isn't financial advice. No, this isn't a Dogecoin advertisement, though I do have 20,000 Dogecoin. Folks, this is about space, the final frontier. And when we go to space, we will have to know that a bunch of people will die on the way to Mars, Elon Musk said earlier today. But that's not the topic that we're talking about here today. The topic we're talking about is all of these crafts that we keep hearing about and seeing. All right. And that's not really even the topic of this article. That's just kind of how I am approaching this article, having heard and read about and seen all of the news just casually coming out on the bottom of our newspapers, of our websites, our news sites, where nobody's noticing them because everybody is busy, wondering when the mob is going to come burn down their business. A lot of weird stuff happening in the background, folks. Speaking of weird stuff, it's really weird that you're not following me on social media. It really is. It's really weird. And I would really like you to fix that. Go in the description section below. Follow me on Gab. Follow me on Parler. At the James Lane on Parler. American_Reveille on Gab. Odyssey, ODYSEE. It is an alternative to YouTube, and it is fantastic. Go into the description section below and subscribe. Follow me on Odyssey. Sign up on Odyssey if you want. They don't pay me to say it. I really love Odyssey, though, so I'm going to tell you about it. So go there. ODYSEE. It's spelled wrong on purpose. Go there. Check them out. I think you should join up. They're in the description section below. Like I said, the link directly to my Odyssey page is there. I think you should follow me. All right. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, 5-star rating, guys. That's how people hear about us. Comment, 5-star rating. Folks, I love you so much. Thank you for putting up with me blabbing about where to find me, what to do, where to leave donations, www.americanreveille.com/supporters tab. All of those different things. The newsletter, of course. That's how you know what we're doing, where the recap is. And that's how you get your early information on juicy contests that we put out, like the one we're going to put out pretty soon, the next month or so, with the $200 grand prize sticker contest, where you're going to take my sticker, put in a very interesting area, a very interesting photograph where it might interest a lot of people, and the most interesting result, whether it be hilarious, whether it be motivating, whether it be inspirational, whether it be controversial, that person will get $200 good as cash from me. All right. Visa gift card, most likely. It's safer in the mail. All right. But you've got to know about these contests. So subscribe to the newsletter so you can request it from me, because I've got to send you the stickers in the mail in a special envelope. All right. So if you want to get in on that early, if you want to know when that starts coming out, the newsletter's the place to be, folks. All right. So follow me on all those places. This episode is sponsored, by the way, guys, by Ancient Life Oil, ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT lifeoil.com. It is a fantastic, fantastic CBD oil. I actually have the product right here. It's 100% THC free. It is great. It helps my joint pain. It helps my anxiety. It helps my lower back pain. I hurt my neck recently. I'm still getting over that, but this stuff has worked wonders to take the edge off. ancientlifeoil.com. Promo code James gets you free shipping and handling. If you haven't jumped on board the CBD train yet, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. All right. It's legal. And it's not going to affect you. It's not going to affect your brain chemistry in a way that's going to alter your state of mind. It's just going to give you a little bit of that relaxation, take the edge off, all right, and give you all kinds of these added benefits that you can look for yourself. All right, you can look it up yourself. They're everywhere. If you're already taking CBD, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And if you want the best CBD in this country, ancientlifeoil.com, promo code James, promo code James, promo code James at ancientlifeoil.com. Get you free shipping and handling. Still not convinced? Stick around for the last 2 or 3 minutes of this show. I put together a little advertisement. You will like it. You'll go to ancientlifeoil.com. You will use promo code James, and you'll be like, I am so happy I tried this out. Guys, this is from the Daily Mail. I don't go to the Daily Mail that often, but you're going to get a Daily Mail treat right here today from James Lane. False alarm for SpaceX. Space Command blames a reporting error after crew were told to buckle up and brace for collision with unknown object just hours after this video captured narrow miss as capsule separated from Falcon 9 rocket. I promise you, I'm not going to read the whole episode like that. It would drive you crazy, drive me crazy. Bullet points. Astronauts aboard SpaceX Crew Dragon were ordered to prepare for impact with space debris on Friday, but the report of incoming space junk was later found to be a false alarm, with the blunder now under review. It's now under review. The first instance happened just 12 minutes after launch when the capsule separated from the Falcon 9. SpaceX's live stream shows debris flying off the front of the craft, shooting to the right and then back around. The video shows the debris hurling past the camera attached to the rocket, and the capsule moves forward. Another event was reported at 1:43 Eastern Time, 6.5 hours after the first incident, which alerted the crew 20 minutes before a possible impact. SpaceX radioed the crew, telling them to put their suits on, lower their visors, and get back in their seats. The capsule passed safely by the debris without the need of an emergency maneuver, with the incident later revealed to be a false alarm. 4 astronauts from 3 different space agencies have safely docked at the International Space Station. The Dragon capsule was the first SpaceX vehicle used to carry crews, which had flown in a previous mission. New arrivals will spend 6 months orbiting Earth. The current incumbents will return to the planet Wednesday, so they're getting ready to swap. All right, guys, they're getting ready to swap. This article is written by Stacy, Liberatore. That's how I'm going to guess you say it. And Ariel Zilber, and Anthony Thrower. That's a big That's a big name right there. Anthony Thrower. That's either a porn name or a pro wrestling name. Coming to the ring, weighing in at 290 pounds, Andrew Thrower, right? Or that could be a porn name, Anthony Thrower, whatever. Ariel Silver, Stacy Liberatore. They wrote this article, The False Alarm for SpaceX. Let's read. A SpaceX rocket did not have a near miss with a piece of space junk, despite the crew being ordered to buckle up in their seats over fears of collision. It was revealed Monday that Friday's collision alert on the Falcon 9 rocket was a false report, with that blunder now being probed. The Space Command spokeswoman, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Dick, said of the apparent threat, "We quickly realized that this was a reporting error and that there was never a collision threat because there was no object at risk of colliding with the capsule." The warnings saw the 4 astronauts aboard the SpaceX Crew Dragon mission to the International Space Station ordered to lower their visors around 7 hours after taking off from Cape Canaveral. They were warned of an unknown object heading their way. For awareness, by the way, think about that. They were warned of an unknown object heading their way. For awareness, we have identified a late-breaking possible conjunction with a fairly close miss distance to Dragon, SpaceX's Sarah Gills told the astronauts. As such, we need you to immediately proceed with suit donning and securing yourselves in your seats. The announcement came 20 minutes before the possible collision, forcing the crew to suit up and strap in their seats in preparation of an impact that could cause a loss of air pressure. Copy, Sarah. You want us in the suit for a possible close call, Crew 2 astronaut Thomas Pesquet of the European Space Agency radioed back. NASA captured the event via a live stream that shows a view of Dragon drifting away from SpaceX's Falcon 9 second stage, along with a clear view of the object soaring past. The unknown object was initially believed to be an immediate threat to both the crew and craft, but NASA later determined that the space junk passed around 28 miles away at its closest point. This is actually pretty cool looking. Check this out, guys. Woo! It's like a sewer can lid. That's what it looks like. Like the Ninja Turtles just popped out and the sewer lid flew off, but since we're in space, it flies off forever. And it's just going flippity, 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 flippity. Man, space graphics have gotten so much better. Do you remember when we were younger? For those that are, in their mid to late 30s, my age, maybe a little older. Do you remember when we were getting the space images and they were blurry and horrible? And I mean, this looks like the stuff in movies now. Like it's like right up on par. It's really, really good. Look at some of this stuff, guys. That's beautiful. You see the planet. You see the reflection of the sun. You see space junk hurtling past. It's always nice to know that the area surrounding our planet, it is a reflection, right, of the people inhabiting it. I'm so glad to know that our planet is like a redneck's house, that there's 13 cars sitting in the front lawn and nobody, and I'm not saying redneck in a derogatory way. I'm from the East Coast, guys. I'm an East Coast right winger. So when I say redneck, I don't mean like a redneck in the sense of like the southern guy with the pickup truck and the cowboy hat, or even the guy spitting dip or the chick with cowboy boots. What I'm talking about, right, is like the real, like down back country folk that like have like the overgrown yards and the 13 rusted cars and there's junk piled to the ceiling. That's all I'm talking about. So I'm not trying to say it in a derogatory way. So before you lose your stuff, before you get your panties in a wad, you got the clarification from me, so calm down, all right? All I'm saying is Earth's front yard is full of rusted pickup trucks. That's what's happening, all right? That's what's happening. The space aliens, they drive by, they lock their doors, they see there's junk everywhere, there's bars on the window, they're like, screw this place, all right? So it says here, when Crew Dragon separated from the Falcon 9 rocket 12 minutes into the mission, a piece of the debris from the front of the capsule was said to have broken off. All right. But then Space Command is also saying there was no near miss and nothing broke off. So what is this? What is this saucer-shaped object? This thing, right, it even has a divot in the front. It looks like the freaking spaceship from Independence Day. You know, the little ones? You did not shoot that green shit at me. You know, Will Smith, right? That's my best. That's a terrible. Maybe if I drink some water, I could do a better laser impression. What do you guys think? You think I could do a better laser impression? Let's see. I don't know. I was born a human. I was not born a laser. Maybe I can identify as a laser and then get all the benefits of a laser, but I don't know what those benefits would be. Guys, the SpaceX capsule carrying 4 astronauts arrived at the space station on Saturday, a day after launching from NASA's Kennedy Space Center. The Dragon capsule docked autonomously with the orbiting outpost more than 260 miles above the Indian Ocean. Although there are thousands of pieces of space debris circling Earth, none of SpaceX missions have ever been in danger by them. None of the previous missions, Demo 2 and Crew 1, saw chunks of the capsule hurl into space and even more strange pieces that came flying back. However, mechanical parts can separate during such phases due to the force of the vehicles pulling them apart. DailyMail.com reached out to SpaceX for comment but did not receive a response. The crew narrowly missed one threat and found themselves in a second just 6.5 hours later, some 7 hours after launching. It was initially reported. They were in pre-sleep period, followed by a long day when Gill's voice was heard over the radio with a warning of the possible threat. Lieutenant Colonel Aaron Dick, U.S. Space Command spokesperson, told DailyMail.com in an email Friday as the Crew 2 Dragon spacecraft was heading towards the International Space Station, U.S. Space Command's 18 Space Control Squadron alerted NASA of a possible near-term conjunction between the SpaceX Crew 2 Dragon spacecraft and an unknown object. Isn't stuff starting to sound all like spacey and like military like you when you watch a sci-fi movie, it sounds like this. You know, U.S. Space Command 18 Space Control Squadron. Like that's what it sounds like. Space Control Squadron. You know, come on, you know where I'm going. In accordance with safety procedures, NASA and SpaceX notified the crew to take appropriate measures, donning their suits, lowering their visors until after the expected time of closest approach. There was not time for the astronauts to perform an emergency maneuver, so the best thing they could do was put on their pressurized suits, strap in their seats, and lower the protected visors in case of a collision. That must have been some cheek-puckering experience for these guys. They're in space, right? They're sitting in the seat. They know something's coming. You can't steer out of the way. If it's gonna hit you, it's gonna hit you. So put on your suits and prepare to what? Prepare to float around in space in a suit and die that way? Of what? Starvation? Or would you like float into the atmosphere and burn up? Would you and like spontaneously combust? Like, what's the, like at that point, if the capsule gets hit with that flying freaking sewer lid, right? The flying pog from freaking space and slices it in half, but everyone's got their suit on. I mean, is it just to make them feel better? I don't know. I don't know these things. I'd love it if someone would explain it to me in the comment section below. This thing's cool, though. I like looking at these space pictures, and it's showing where the first piece of debris was, the second piece, and this orbit. Woo! It spun around the Earth and just did a discus twirl right past the freaking ship. However, upon further analysis, the U.S. Space Command determined that the flying discus was not a threat. Upon further analysis, all right, the 18 SPCS quickly determined, all right, the potential conjunction between the Crew 2 capsule and the object was in an accurate report, and there was never a collision threat, all right? The appropriate notifications were made within minutes, and the astronauts safely continued their mission. The 18 SPCS continued to track Crew 2's progress to the International Space Station to ensure a safe arrival. Then, what I like, by the way, about Elon Musk's kind of Houston, there, like, it's much more, you know, updated to what actually like government facilities kind of look like. Like I've worked in a lot of government facilities, different things like that. And they look like this, you know, I mean, his is extra nice. He's got extra tall ceilings because he's got extra billions. But I mean, this is pretty standard stuff right here that I've seen just when I was even in the Navy. When you work on shore commands, it looks like that. I mean, he is really integrated, like government, NASA, SpaceX. Elon really has a hold on things. He really does. I mean, it's very impressive. After further analysis, the 18th Space Control Squadron quickly determined there was no conjunction at all. All aboard are safe. The spacecraft was not at risk. Humphreys said that in hindsight, the unidentified object was 45 kilometers from the spacecraft at its closest point and was enough to pose a threat of collision. I don't know, 45 kilometers, kilometers, whatever. For 45 kilometers, I don't know where my brain is right now. 45 kilometers is pretty far, right? A kilometer is a little less than a mile. I would guess, was that probably like 37 miles away? That's pretty far, right? Like, that's really far, but maybe in space it's not far. I don't know how that works. Ultimately, there was no real danger to the crew or the spacecraft, according to Humphreys. The Dragon capsule docked with the orbiting outpost more than 260 miles above the Indian Ocean a day after launching from NASA's Kennedy Space Center. The new arrivals, representing the U.S., France, and Japan, will now spend 6 months at the space station and will replace the 4 astronauts who will return to Earth in their own Dragon capsule on Wednesday. All right. Everything is so cool looking now, guys. Look at this stuff. Look, they got touch screens, flat screens. This stuff's way better than it was. Remember when it was like a TV monitor, right? And like some drawings and stuff. Like, look at this. This stuff's kind of older, the International Space Station, right? But then look to the left. This thing looks like something from Guardians of the Galaxy. It looks like the spacecraft that Kurt Russell was riding on. It looks like, all right, it looks like, if you've ever seen Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that white spacecraft with the what was the drive? It used an improbability drive to travel. It looks like that. It looks like it's the year 3000 in that capsule. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. These people are floating in space and saying hi to each other. That seems pretty COVID safe. I'm just waiting for a lefty to see this and go, where are their masks? Why aren't they wearing masks in space? What's wrong with these freaking white racist people? And the other people that aren't white, they're racist too, because it no longer... Anyway, I told you, I don't want to get too far into politics. All right, I don't. I think that's cool. I want to float in space. All right. They say that we're going to have people. All right. People on Mars. They're expecting to have people on Mars. 2026. We'll see if he makes the deadline. It's the first time 2 SpaceX Crew Dragons have been parked in space at the same time. Shannon Walker, the space station's commander, said, "We are so excited to have you aboard." Although this was SpaceX's 3rd crew flight for NASA, it was the first to use a vehicle from which has flown before. All right, which has flown before. An essential part of Musk's push to the moon and Mars. So what they're saying is they reused the craft. It's the first time, and that's very important because reusing things saves money, and saving money is the key to space exploration. The Dragon capsule was also used for SpaceX's first crew launch last May, while the Falcon rocket soaring Friday hoisted Crew 2 in November. That's a really cool picture. I think her hair looks awesome. You see that astronaut's hair? It's floating up. ESA astronaut Thomas Pesquet of France, NASA astronaut Shane Kimbrough, and Megan MacArthur, and JAXA astronaut Akihiko Hoshide of Japan of Crew 2 from Left in Black Shirts assemble at Crew 1 for their welcome ceremony. That's pretty cool. I like this picture. For those listening, I've been looking at all these cool pictures. They're in the spacecraft, in the International Space Station. It looks like a floating Navy ship. It's just white and not gray. All these folks, I mean, what an honor of a lifetime to be in outer space. That's got to be pretty interesting. I wonder if anybody's ever had sex in space. Do you think that that's something? Do you think if you asked Buzz Aldrin that question, he'd have some weird stories? I don't know. I mean, they were all male back then too, so let's not get too into those stories. But anyway, I digress. These are amazing pictures, guys. Amazing pictures of space. If you're listening, the only way you can see these pictures is by either finding this article on the Daily Mail. You can request it from me, put in the comments, or email me, jameslane@americanreveille.com, or just watch the video. Go to Odyssey and watch it. Just watch it. I know you're listening. You're probably driving or whatever, but if you get home, go to the page, watch it, and scroll forward, and you can see these amazing pictures. Even the spacesuits today. The spacesuits look like futuristic stuff. I mean, that's amazing. That's amazing. Look at this silhouette. Amazing. Amazing. NASA had previously been reliant. I mean, that looks like the sun is so huge. It's you can't even describe the picture we're looking at. If that's the sun with the space station inside of it, right? Like inside of its shadow or like its silhouette of the space station. I mean, the sun just looks like this giant orb. It's just so massive. It's mind-boggling. It's amazing. Amazing. NASA had been previously reliant on Russia's Soyuz program since its own shuttle program ended in 2011. Isn't that embarrassing? NASA astronauts Shane Kimbrough and Megan MacArthur, the commander and pilot of the returning Dragon, monitored their capsule's flat-screen monitors as the space station loomed ever larger. They could have taken control if necessary, but the autonomous system did its job, much like a self-driving car. We've really come a long way, guys. Also checking into the space station was Frenchman Thomas Pesquet and Japanese's Akihiko Hoshide. A NASA spokesman said Crew 2 joins Expedition 65 crew of Shannon Walker, Michael Hopkins, Victor Glover, Mark Vandy High of NASA, as well as Soichi Noguchi of JAXA, and Roscosmos cosmonauts Oleg Novitsky and Pyotr, it's probably Peter, Dubrov. The crew members first opened the hatch between the space station and the pressurized mating adapter at 7:05 a.m. EDT, and then opened the hatch to Crew Dragon. This is pretty cool looking, guys. This is really cool. Look at those spacesuits. The spacesuits they used to be so bulky. Do you remember the MTV logo with the spaceman on it with the giant pack? Look at this. These guys look like they could do yoga in their spacesuits. This stuff is really cool. It's really cool, guys. It's really cool stuff. If you need a break from politics, there's a ton of awesome stuff going on in outer space right now. Pay attention. All right? Pay attention. It's so cool. It's so cool. If you've never seen Elon Musk land a rocket, all right, if you didn't know he could do that, go look it up on YouTube. Go look it up on Google. Go look it up on, I know, we've banned like half of those sites. We don't like them because they're freaking assholes, but they freaking have a monopoly of the internet. What do you want? What do you want from me? You got to find this stuff somewhere, right? Go to DuckDuckGo, go to Odyssey, go to Rumble, wherever, and just type in Elon Musk landing rockets, and you will poop yourself. The future is here now. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely stunning. NASA TV will continue to provide live coverage through the welcoming ceremony with leadership from NASA, ESA, and JAXA to greet the crew on station. SpaceX boss Elon Musk added, "I'm just really proud of the SpaceX team and honored to be partnered with NASA and helping with JAXA and ESA as well." I don't know how to do a really good Elon Musk impression, but he talks kind of quiet sometimes. So that's where I started. It's very intense, I suppose. It does get a little bit easier, but it's still extremely intense. Anyone got any pointers for me, by the way? Anyone do a good Elon Musk impression or know any keys to doing a good Elon Musk impression? Let me know. Let me know. I usually can't sleep the night before launch, and that's true of the night before this one. Elon, you never sleep anyway. Isn't that true? Isn't that true? The last time 3 agencies launched for the ISS from U.S. soil was in 2002 on the Space Shuttle Endeavour. French astronaut Pesquet plans to dine in style during his stay and has packed, of course, the Frenchman, packed lobster and beef. What is that? Burgernen. That's how you know I'm not rich. I have no freaking idea what beef burgernen is. How do you say that? Beef, B-O-U-R. Guignon. Burgnanon? What is that? What is that? I have to Google that. I have to DuckDuckGo that. I'm just programmed to say Google that. Excuse me. I don't know what that is, but it's delicious looking. Beef Burgnanon. Okay. excuse me, let's say it in the English way. Beef Burgundy. It's a beef stew braised in red wine, often red Burgundy and beef stock, flavored with carrots, onions, garlics, and bouquet garni, and garnished with pearl onions, mushrooms, and bacon. I've made this, actually, and I've had this, and it's delicious. Delicious. I really can't talk too much crap about the French guy. That sounds yummy. I mean, I don't know how good freeze-dried lobster and beef Burgundy tastes. He brought cod, he brought black rice, potato cakes, wild mushrooms, and almond tarts, caramelized pears. Caramelized pears would be if he were to lose his mind in space and then caramelize all of his crew member teammates in some sort of sugary substance. That would be terrifying. That's a horror movie waiting to happen. Remember Event Horizon? Close enough. I don't know. This guy probably packed it like in the shaving cream can that the fat dude from Jurassic Park was trying to steal the dinosaur embryos in. All right. This is not, he didn't bring a whole lobster up there. I promise you the government wouldn't allow that. There's a lot of expectations when you send a Frenchman into space. I got to do that different. Hold on. Oh, there's a lot of expectation when you send a Frenchman into space. Pesquis said. I just keep saying his name differently. During a European Space Agency news conference last month, I'm a terrible cook myself, but it's okay if the people are doing it for me. He and his crewmates will feast on dishes prepared by 3 separate French culinary institutions. But the meals are only for special occasions. It'd be really, I'm such a dick. If I was an astronaut, I would totally bring freedom fries with me just to screw with them. Come on. I would bring, those baguette sandwiches at the pho place. What are those called? Banh mi. I'd bring a banh mi sandwich. I'd be like, sorry, I like Vietnamese food. I don't like French food. And he'd be like, and twirl his mustache. I don't think he has a mustache, but in my imagination, he does. Guys, I think this is cool. I think you should know about it. I think you should be in the know with everything, not just politics. You should know what we're doing in outer space. You should know what we're doing as the United States. You should know what entities in private business are working with what government entities. How else will you be informed to know what decisions you should make for your personal life and destination? I know it used to be that it didn't have to do with the government. You didn't have to worry about this crap, but sorry. All right, can't help you with that, Jack. It's 2021, and now we're all entwined in this garbage. And we all have to make decisions with the best knowledge and best data available, all right? And if you are not willing to be informed in multiple aspects of this world, not just politics, but in other things, in other interesting topics that may be of use, that may give you a glimpse into where we're going, all right, then you're going to get left behind. And I don't want that for you. And that's why I want to bring you these things from all different areas. Folks, they've been seeing UFOs all over. There's stories of unidentified flying objects going under the ocean floor, popping out of the ocean floor and shooting up into outer space, seen by Navy sailors and said to be real by the U.S. government. I'm not Alex Jones. All right. I'm not talking to the lizard people. I'm not Art Bell. I'm not George Norrie. All right. I'm a regular guy somewhere in between Steven Crowder and Tim Pool. All right. That's who I am. Bringing you the American Reveille podcast. A blue collar, white knuckle, callous hand, hard working, bald man with an amazing goatee. Excuse me. That's just like you guys, trying to deliver the truth in an entertaining fashion, build this beautiful, bulging media company up into a behemoth that has the same type of power the left has on the narrative, so we can grab it by the horns and steer it in the right direction whenever the hell they try to get off track. We are the counterbalance. That's what we're trying to do here, guys. So I want to bring you this information. I am curious to see what comes out. I want to know. I want to believe. Mulder, I want to believe, but right now I'm Scully. And I'm waiting to see what this report says in May or June from the U.S. government. I really am. And when that comes out, you can bet your sweet Sally ass that we're going to do a podcast on that too. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching episode 131 of the American Reveille podcast. I really, really enjoyed doing this one. Follow us on Gab, follow us on Odyssey, follow us on Parler. All right, we are all over the place. Links in the description section below. Give us the 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts. Hit the like button, guys. Smash the like button. Leave a comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I need your help. I need your donations to get through as well. If you have the time and the money, we've got the honey, baby. www.americanreveille.com. Hit the support us tab. We'll invest every penny you give right back into this company so we can grow it into the nationwide mammoth that it needs to be, so we can keep waking up patriots and empowering the masses. Guys, ancientlifeoil.com, amazing stuff. Ancient Life Oil, promo code James, free shipping and handling. Like I said, stick around 2 minutes for the little promo video I put together on Ancient Life Oil. This stuff is the bomb, baby. It is the bomb. All right. So with that being said, I want to believe, I want to know what's out there. I want to be shocked and surprised. And I have a feeling in the next couple years, there's going to be all kinds of things that we would have never even imagined possible. Folks, thank you so much, and I'll see you in episode 132. Bye. Let me get your attention for a second. I want to tell you about something. I want to share something with you that's very near and dear to me. All right, guys? I have joint pain. I'm sure it's no secret by now, all right? I have joint pain, I have hip pain, I have elbow pain, I have inflammation, all right? I get stressed out. I'm going through so much political news doing this podcast, so much. You can imagine how stressful that is, all right? How much anxiety that can cause, how many sleepless nights I have. But folks, I've been taking CBD oil for a while now. All right, for a while now, and it's fantastic. And a while ago, just a little while ago, I came across Ancient Life Oil, all right? And I got it from ancientlifeoil.com. And this stuff is fantastic, all right? It's the best source, the best and most trusted source for CBD oil in the United States. It's 100% pure. It's 100% THC free, no psychoactive effects, no high, nothing like that, just pure CBD, pure relief from all of those issues, relief from sleeplessness, relief from anxiety, relief from stress, from inflammation, right? Relief from joint pain, relief from all of these things that could really hinder your daily life, your daily activities, really put you in a bad place. This stuff lifts your mood up. It's fantastic. All right, it's legal in all 50 states. People are really experiencing wonderful change in their life, basically doing something that people have been doing for thousands of years, guys. If you head to ancientlifeoil.com, ancientlifeoil.com, the same place I went, all right, the same place I went to get the stuff, you can go on there, use promo code James, James, at ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT, Life Oil, ANCIENT, lifeoil.com, promo code James, James, promo code James. Free shipping and delivery, folks. Free shipping and delivery. Guys, this is a great product. You are missing out if you need to do CBD and you're just not doing it for some reason, guys. I don't know what's stopping you anymore. It's 2021. Folks, if you want relief from these issues, you want to do it in a natural way without taking medications, you want to do it in a way that's helpful. I have found CBD oil to be very beneficial, and I believe it will be very beneficial for you as well. So one more time, ancientlifeoil.com, ANCIENT, lifeoil.com, promo code James, free shipping and delivery, folks. Give it a shot. I really, really know it'll make you a believer.